Hi, I'm Kirsten,
Hi, I'm Sasha.
and this is Mess Magnets.
We're back, baby. We're
Consecutive
moving.
weeks. We're
We're doing it.
amazing.
We're moving and grooving, baby. Oh my god. Listen, when
Yes.
there's stuff to discuss, we're here. We're making it.
I mean, we're doing our best to always be here,
Yes.
We're just simply two girls. It's hard.
I know. And listen, holiday season, okay? We all like everybody is in shambles at this time.
Yeah, I feel it's time to circle back next year, but yet there is
Correct.
actually 3 weeks left of the year, and so I have some ideas that I've run by Sasha to try and
Yes.
finish up the end of the year of Mess Magnets
Mhm.
strong. I'm trying my best here. I'm hanging by a
Yes.
thread.
We're
It might
moving
not.
it.
It might not happen. We're trying.
I know. Either way, okay, we are always grateful for your support, for your 5-star reviews. Thank you, everyone. And we definitely had a 5-star review that I wanted to bring. I don't know if you read it. I don't think so. But it was just so funny that if we have read it, I want to read it again.
Yes.
It says it's from April 5th, but it's the first one that comes up. So I'm very confused.
Maybe they edited their
Oh, it might be.
review.
No idea. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no idea. But anyway, I don't know that we've read this, and if we have, it's just so funny. It says borrowed my girlfriend's phone, and it says Charlie's girlfriend. Took advice from Sasha and Kirsten and subscribed my girlfriend to the podcast and wrote this review. While I love the entire podcast and all the tea, she only listens to Anonymous or the special Oops All Anonymous episode. Her loss. And it's the first review that comes up. I don't know what happened, but I just thought it was very funny and I wanted to bring that up.
That's hilarious.
I know. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up. Thank you to Charlie's girlfriend. So thank you to Charlie?
Shout out Charlie. Shout out
Yeah,
Charlie's girlfriend who won't hear us because this isn't the anonymous.
exactly. I just, again, it's so funny. But yeah, give us some 5-star reviews. Keep them coming. We always, always appreciate it. And with that, do we start? Because today, even though we actually don't have variety of topics, this is a big one.
Yeah, this is
Long
one
one.
that
I don't know, whatever.
you had brought it to me like weeks ago, and then I
Yes.
literally started watching the first video and was like, I do not have time to watch a big long story time like this. Like Sasha's got me covered, and so
Yes.
I think it's time for you to educate me and the messengers on the Danish deception.
Yeah, because and here's the thing, y'all. You might think it's a thing on Netflix, just the way it's named. No,
Yes,
baby. This is another TikTok who the F did I marry situation. And
yes,
here is why it's gonna be crazy, all right?
okay.
Because we're gonna be talking about who Onyeka Ehi, who appeared on Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor.
Oh,
Pause for reaction.
I'm so
Yes.
okay.
That's why I said do not read anything about it, because that's why it was crazy.
I think I was still watching The Bachelor at
Me
Colton's
too.
season.
I think that was the last season I watched.
But I'm not 100. Okay, who was the Bachelorette after Colton?
Now you know I don't be knowing this stuff. Calling Haley.
Yeah, where's Haley when we need
Oh my
her?
gosh. Because all I remember from Colton is that he jumps the fence.
Oh, so I think after him was Hannah.
Oh, was Hannah on his season? Oh my gosh.
I think so, because wasn't she at the end when
Wow.
he jumped the fence?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh.
I could be wrong.
It's a fever dream.
Please do not quote me.
Oh my god. But anyway, so this is why this is crazy. Cuz you might have seen you probably know her. Like when I saw her face, I was like, she's so beautiful. Why is she even stuck in any kind of a scam situation? And then I said, but I feel like I know her.
Yes.
And then I said, oh my god, this girl was on The Bachelor. And there was definitely moments of like her having like viral stuff go on The Bachelor. I think there was some like bullying allegations. Anyway, I'm not like, I don't want to like speak on it because I'm not 100%
Mhm.
about all of that. But either way, she was on Colton's season. Then she ended up on Bachelor in Paradise
Okay.
as well, which is crazy. And then but in Colton's season, I guess she was eliminated week 5. But again, I feel like I remember her.
Well, I mean, that's probably from Bachelor in Paradise, right? Like, she must have had a
Might
really big
be.
personality that they were like, "Oh, she went home early on The Bachelor, but we want her for
Mhm.
BIP."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It totally could be. So okay. So I'm assuming like that's how she already had a little bit of a following. And then
Mhm.
she's been on like other shows with her best friend, Natalie.
Wait, what other shows?
It's like some perfect match type shows. But not
Oh,
like her and Natalie were on a show together.
I'm
And
s
here's the thing,
what?
Natalie, when you're like, who Natalie? Baby, Natalie Negrati from Big Brother.
So wait, is she bisexual or are they
No,
just
no.
friends?
I think they're just best friends.
Okay.
But because of this just like this world, this reality world, maybe they met.
Yeah. Oh my, worlds collide. Damn.
Exactly. Y'all, this is why I wanted to bring because my non-reality friends sent me this. But then I said, why is Natalie making any kind of video? And then it said, I'm Natalie from the Danish Deception and on Yeka's best friend.
I'm so confused right now.
I
Okay.
know. I just wanted to give the players out because we
Yes.
only hear first names.
We need that.
And
Holy smokes.
what's crazy is like it's freaking yeah. So anyway, it was just very funny.
That's
Yeah. So yeah,
crazy.
I wanted to bring that up because I feel like that raises the stakes a little.
100%.
Okay. So all right. Now Onyeka now, okay, let's come back to the Danish Deception. It says in the first video, she's like, y'all, I need to tell you this story about what happened to me. It is a 28-part TikTok series. You're really talking through her really past relationship with an ex who, she kind of names as like professional international criminal con artist, psychopath, narcissist, right? Like all the buzzwords.
Okay.
Okay. And she even says, like, I want to like kind of name this or not name it, but I kind of want to like deal with this as the Risa Tisa story. I want to do like kind of a who the F did I marry situation.
Now, okay, my question about that.
Yes.
Does that change anything that she literally was like, "I want to do this the way that Who the F Did I Marry was done," or do we not care?
Yes. 100%, like, to me, but here's the thing, I feel like she's just being honest about it because most people are doing it that way on TikTok with the multiple
That's fair.
parts.
That is very
So
fair. Okay.
I yes, like, I think both can be true, if that makes sense. Because then at least she's setting it up like, "Oh, okay, like, we're gonna get, like, twists and turns. We maybe know what to expect." I wanna make it very clear, this is nothing like Who the F Did I Marry?
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
And get ready to go through all the stages of grief and pissed offness that you can.
Okay,
That's
I'm
what I'm gonna
ready.
tell you.
Let's
Yeah.
let's do it. I'm ready.
The ending is gonna have you in shambles. So to
Okay.
begin, okay, Onyeka is a realtor, an accounting consultant is what she's saying. Accounting consultant based in Dallas.
Okay.
Meets her ex while she's on vacation in Croatia. And when we say ex, right, like ex equals her, love interest.
Yes.
And vacation in Croatia in June 2022. Okay. They
Okay.
immediately hit it off. And when I tell you, when she's telling these stories, she is smiling like the Cheshire cat.
Okay.
Like I'm not joking. Like you can listen to it on mute. You can watch it on mute and you'll see all 72 teeth. It's
I think
crazy.
that's way more teeth than a
I
human's
know.
supposed to
I
have,
know.
for the record.
I know it's 32. I'm joking. But like that's the point. It's like it feels like added.
Okay.
Yes. So so she's just like so happy, and the way she talks about it, and she addressed it. She's like, listen, I'm like, this is, fairly new. Like, feelings are still there. I'm gonna react how I react, basically. But since day one, everyone or video one, people are like, no, you still love him, or something's still up, because why are you smiling like this? This is crazy for calling him like a scammer. Okay.
Okay.
But and she does like tech stuff as well. Like she's a techie like as well.
How many jobs does this woman have?
Yeah. This is all important.
Oh my
So
God.
she meets him in Croatia, right? Like she's on, like I said, on vacation. Someone keep a tally. On vacation number 1. The pair hit it off, right? But here's the thing. And the devil is in the details, y'all. I'm so serious. Because she asked him for his Instagram.
Okay.
She asked him when they were then hitting it off, flirting in the DMs, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I want to fly you out to Monaco. They're still talking on Instagram DMs when she gives him her passport to book everything.
Okay, so but like gives obviously the passport number because they're on DMs, so he doesn't have her actual contract. Yeah.
Yeah. She sends a picture.
Okay. I probably would not advise that.
Yeah. And then she goes, oh, by the way, here's my number. And he goes, oh yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna give it to me.
See, this is where I feel like I'm an old head, because I'm just like, what are we doing having our conversations
I'm not
on
even
Instagram?
making it this far. That's what I'm saying. Anyway,
okay.
She goes to Monaco, right? Lavish vacation, south of
vacation
France.
number 2.
Yeah. So they meet up, like it's amazing. And she goes, this man looks like he's walking straight out of a Calvin Klein ad. 6'3", blonde hair, blue eyes, chisel skin, so tan, muscles everywhere. I was definitely taken aback. I'm just going to spoil it because I can't. He looks like a scammer. He looks ugly. He is not good looking at all. And that's what pissed me off. Because when I tell y'all, I went through the series and I was like, I'm not going to spoil myself on what he looks like. But boy, I bet it must be like drop dead gorgeous Chris Hemsworth type of guy.
But wait, I want to see him. Will you show me?
Ugly. I'm sorry. He's not. Okay, that's rude. I shouldn't call anyone ugly. But he's a tall white dude. That's it. This is his name. I'll put it in the private chat. I don't know if I should say his name.
Yeah, we don't need to. You don't got to say his name.
Yeah. But and she doesn't name drop him, which is why I wanted to be clear. But here's the thing. They were in a public relationship. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to give you more details. Yeah. I already said too much. Did you see his face?
This old man?
Exactly. Like, and look how she looks. She is so beautiful.
Okay. This is not an ugly man by any means.
No, I'm being like rude. He's not ugly.
The thing is it's like they're maybe past their prime, like
she's a baddie.
She's so
crazy.
He must smell incredible. Those pheromones get people going.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be. Okay. So he's like, splashing, like he's dropping money, booking a luxury 5-star hotel, encouraging her to pick out whatever, because now they're in Cannes. And he said, okay, shop whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. She she ends up saying, I only buy one pair of Dior sunglasses, I think it was. I don't buy anything else. But then as they are getting to know each other, she's like, if this deal or some real estate thing like takes off, because that's her thing on the side. Oh, and turns out he's also in similar real estate work with her.
Okay. Oh.
Exactly. And she goes, if that happens, I want to get this like very expensive purse. And she's telling him this, right? Like,
do we know which purse it is? Knowing which designer
I
purse
forgot.
people want is important.
I forgot what it was, but yes, she does say it. I think maybe it was just a Chanel, not just, but you know what I mean.
Like a basic like Chanel bag.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like the like higher end Chanel. It wasn't Hermes, so. Which again, you can't just go and buy an Hermes. So
no, oh my god,
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I know Birkins, but I didn't know like Hermes in general.
Well, yeah, but that's like just how Hermes does bags, right? Where it's like, you have to go, you have to build a relationship with a salesperson, you have to buy a bunch of shit you don't want, and then the salesperson will offer you the opportunity to buy a bag, and you don't get to choose what color or style or anything. And then if you don't buy it, you'll probably never get any other opportunity to buy another bag from them again. It's like, why are we paying so much money to literally be mistreated?
Yup.
It's so strange.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it was like a expensive bag, but like,
yeah,
I was like, okay, girl, like, again, it wasn't Hermes, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, and watch it be an Hermes bag, but I don't think so. So so she's telling him all this. They're like, getting to know each other. Now, Kirsten, he tells her many interesting facts that she is now sharing to us as facts.
Okay.
He is a royal number one. He has competed at the Olympics. But he was a backup of the backup. But he had a gold medal, and then he gave it away.
He had a gold medal, but he gave it away. Okay.
Yeah.
Based on your tone, I'm assuming none of this is true. And based that we know he's a scammer, right?
Yeah.
Those all seem like things that are very easy to verify that they're true or not true.
Thank you.
With the internet.
So he ends up sending her a royals list from Denmark, and says like, oh, here, one of these is me, and she saw someone with the same last name. So she goes, is this someone you're related to? And guess what he said? Now you're getting it. You see how he never said, like, so smart.
But okay.
Confirmation bias, it's terrible.
See, this is why scam stories make me so sad.
I know.
Because it's like, literally anyone could get scammed at any time, right? There is a scam that could get pretty much any of us. But when I hear about a scam that would not get me, I'm just like, what's wrong with these people?
Yeah. No, this one is like epically bad, guys. And I'm telling you, it's terrible. You're going to get so irritated when I tell you two things. I already know. So they, fall for each other hard and fast. Now they're like going crazy. They're on the trip. Again, same trip. She tells him, because it's like a month. They've been talking in between Croatia and the south of France. She tells him she loves him.
Okay.
She tells him she loves him.
Yeah, but like, and again, I'm sure that he's doing a lot to push it to make her feel 100%, that way.
100%, right? Man flued you out and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're at dinner, and this is never addressed again, and which is why it pissed me off, so I'm now gonna piss you guys off, because I'm at least giving you the spoiler that it's never addressed again. She faints and has a seizure.
What?
At dinner.
And we're never this happens, then we're never gonna hear about it again.
No. And
Okay.
everyone has been like, but what happened with the seizure? And she said she like peed on herself.
Okay. Which, I mean,
And
is, I think, a pretty common thing
yeah.
to happen when you have a seizure.
And he was like, no, that was just like cold water sprayed on you, blah, blah, blah. And on the way to the hospital, he tells her that he loves her. But I'm like, but why did you get the seizure? And she said she like had brain fog for like months after.
No, but
But
why?
I don't know.
And then he's saying, oh, no, you didn't actually pee on yourself. It's just cold water.
Yes.
Why is it cold? Normally pee's hot.
I don't. That, which is why like they like threw cold water. I don't know. I'm just saying it's so weird and sussy. Like if you told me you went to dinner with someone and then I said they put something in your shit, like let's get a full talk screen.
Is that a thing that can happen? Someone can give you something that gives you a seizure?
I don't know what scammers
We're not
are doing.
scientists. We're not doctors. We have no clue how
We
any
are
of
not
this shit
women in
works.
STEM. Okay, so then, all right. Then she says in part 5, okay, so it happens pretty quickly, that her, that man is now facing his first, obviously of many, financial struggles because he has now bought an apartment complex. And he's a royal, right? He's bought an apartment complex, but it needs like $50,000 worth of repairs.
Now, this is where I'm making a prediction that he is in fact renting an apartment and just wants money.
We'll see. And she is shocked, but offers to help him out because she says, listen, I was in a great financial position at the time and we were in a solid partnership. He refuses the loan, which is, I think, like how they do. Like they don't take the money from you the first time. Then eventually,
because they want to create like an atmosphere where it's like money struggles come up, but no, they never take your money until suddenly they will.
Yeah. Then eventually, like there are more, issues come up, and he allegedly doesn't have a good relationship with his parents. We can't get royal money or like money's tied up, one of these two. It goes back and forth. So he eventually, like for another issue, gets a $6,000 loan. Then he flies to Dallas after taking this money, and they're having like the best time ever. Apparently he like pays for everything, maybe with the $6,000.
Well, it's and that's the thing too, where it's like, okay, we're getting this story with her, but there's no way she's the only one. Like he's probably doing the Tinder swindler where it's like you get the money from one person to pay the next, et cetera, right?
100%. Then they go to Paris together. Another trip.
So it's vacation 3?
Of course. And he tells her that he's having trouble transferring money from his business trip to his personal account. So she covers the trip. Then he eventually says, let's do this. I want to marry you. I want to be with you. I'm moving from Denmark to Dallas. Because, your family is here. You still have all your people. Me and my family aren't that close. He's a royal, allegedly.
Yeah, who's choosing moving to America in the 2020s over being a royal in like a Nordic country?
And I want to like make it clear because again, like it's like this is a abridged version. Almost every video, if not every other video, is them doing trips in between while he owes her money.
Oh no. And is she paying for all these trips?
Roundabout way, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so after 2 months or a few months, into their relationship, they end up getting married in Texas.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yep. And throughout, obviously, like we said, he's been loaning, right? Like because they're in a partnership. So then it starts 6,000. Then it goes up to 18,000. Then to, push for credit cards for vacation once they need to go on vacation. Then, then he goes, okay, I need another 5,000 for, again, my apartment complex. He later claims He owes over 300,000 in taxes.
In taxes? To
In
what
taxes.
country?
Denmark. And directly asks her for $15,000.
I'm sorry. I have to imagine that if you're royal, you don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah. Because and now the stage has been set that, right, apartment complex issue, plus he's saying that their tax accountant has embezzled from them.
Oh, okay. Of
So
course.
that's why,
He got scammed.
yeah, so that's why the money is stuck, and his parents are like, well, we are not going to help you because you're stuck in this yourself or whatever.
Okay.
Again, if you're a royal, wouldn't you have like a team that's been doing this for like years? Either way, whatever. So she says like she kind of calls him out for emotional manipulation and starting to like feel a type of way about sending him all this money, but she still did it anyway. Then then she gives another 3,000 and then a friend supposedly gets in touch with him and shared his financial struggles. All right.
Okay.
And then that's now we're thinking about $18,000 in 1 month, and grand total about like 30 something thousand.
I'm so stressed out.
So now, right, he's moving, he's still wanting to move to America at this point. So as time passes, they were like, we're wanting to do a big ceremony, so we're definitely gonna go to Nigeria and go and get married and do something there. We want to like do a big ceremony, this, that, and the other. So they do go to Nigeria, and she's like, hey, don't wear these like really expensive watches like in Nigeria, whatever. And he goes, no, we're going to go see your family. I gotta do it and flex on them. So there's videos now of him in like traditional Nigerian outfits, all this stuff, and he's still flexing over there. Now he's like in with her family, right? Okay. Now he says, hey, I need a load of cash to put into escrow while I'm selling my apartment complex to a wealthy buyer. So she loans him another $3,000.
This is just I can't imagine that an actual rich person or an actual royal would have cash flow issues like this. Like, it just doesn't
Sell the watches.
Well, exactly. Like, he has all these expensive watches, he has all this expensive clothes, whatever. Like, sell it. Like, you should be able to get money some legitimate way. And I think, when it comes down to all of these stories, if it seems too good to be true, it is. Whether it's a man saying, I'm in love with you and I'm a royal and I'm an Olympian and I'm rich, or whether it's an ad on social media that's like, you can do this job moderating YouTube comments and you'll make $2,000 a week. That shit's not real. Just if it seems too good to be true, it is. Just take a pause. Take a pause.
Please, guys. So, and again, while all of this is happening, I want to make it clear that they're still going to get money. They're still, it's not going on vacation. You name it, New York, Colombia, Portugal, like everywhere. They're going. She's putting on her credit card. Swipe, 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 swipe.
Oh, no.
Yes. Then eventually, he encourages her on one of their trips to quit her 6-figure job and pivot to, following her passions.
I'm sorry, what?
While he would support them financially. He has maybe paid a little bit of money back, right? Like, he still owes money. And then the promises fall through because now he says the Danish tax authorities are on my ass. But she's already quit her job.
But why are you encouraging your cash cow to quit their job that's funding your lifestyle? This doesn't even make any sense.
Mm-hmm. And she said, I cared about the money, but I loved him more. The money was secondary to the love we shared. And then it's Christmas time.
I'm
Yeah.
stressed.
She goes to visit his family. And mind you, he had he actually was in the hospital. That's real. And she ends up meeting his mom, who doesn't speak any English. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't want you to meet my family," but then he ends up changing it and saying, "Okay, let's come and meet." But
No, that's
if
not his
you're
mom.
royals, I feel
No.
isn't that weird that you're not? I feel isn't part of royal, you learn X amount of languages, and I feel English might be one of them. I don't know. Maybe this is my, I don't know, American centric.
A lot of the world speaks English on top of many other languages.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm not sure. But then she finally, I think Christmas, goes to his actual house. It's a house. It's a little house.
I just
It's
Googled
not,
it.
yeah.
And 80 to 90% of Danes speak English. It is one of the top non-native English speaking countries globally.
Okay.
So very strange. I also just am like, again, if he's a royal, then this woman would be someone who you could validate information about using the internet. This is all very easily verifiable. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. What's next?
Yeah.
Let's keep going. I'm stressed out.
And then it just, they go, it's not, like I said, it's she says, wow, it's literally a small house. She called it humble. She's not judging it, but she said it's interesting because they are royals and their house is small. And she also meets his friend, who says, "Oh, I told him to tell you this, but I'm surprised that he hasn't. He promised me that he would tell you. Want to know what the secret is? He has a gambling addiction."
What?
Yep. And allegedly, he overcame it.
I'm so, and he got her to quit her job. Why?
That's what I'm saying. Then okay. So he now has moved to America. Let's just fast forward a little bit. He says he's opened a Chase account. He's gonna give her some money back because now she's actually pushing him to be like, "You need to give me some money back." And he allegedly said that the investigation is reopening, but it's the IRS, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're good. They got the guy. They got the guy, and we will be all right. Who was embezzling or whatever the hell. So things should be moving fast. And he says he immediately allegedly sends her around $9,000. And he's saying the rest are in my business account, right? Which hopefully will be unfrozen in the next 18 to 24 months. Again, fast forward to all of this. Onyeka is like, "Do you have a gambling addiction or not? What the hell is going on?" He says, "No, no, 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 no. Okay, yes, I did. Now I don't, but I've never gambled away your money." In spite of all of this, they now are in Budapest for another vacation.
Another trip. Why not?
Yep. And she, again, pays for it entirely. Next video. Now, please, everyone, hold on to your butts. Because this is where I said, bitch, I need to finish because I don't know why. Now, she has a moment where they go to Chase Bank, and because now he's moved here, right? He's opening this business account here. And she goes, "You need to give me some kind of money."
Sorry, what's his business?
Real estate. And she said he's a VP at some job that she believes is true. Like, that is for sure. And that's where he's getting 6 figures from.
No, because he's not getting 6 figures from anyone but you, baby girl. What do you mean?
Mhm.
Oh my god. Okay.
And okay, now. So she said, "Hey, like, you need to, like, give me some money. Like, this is, like, getting crazy now. I will drive you to Chase. Let's get some money." He says, "Oh, baby, you stay in the car. I'll go in." This is where he says, "Oh, my shit's frozen," right? And then he comes back out. Somehow, either that day or the next, I can't remember, in the next few days, she gets a call from one of her friends. And she said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that your husband owes my husband $200,000 for an alleged cryptocurrency deals."
Crypto? Why is it all come back to crypto?
Yep. And he said, like, they were going to, like, sell watches or, some shit like that. I can't remember the
No,
exact.
I've had
It sounds
enough.
like a whole bunch of hoopla, guys. And then his mom also comes to visit. So then she has, like, a whole breakdown. She runs over to Chase because she has his passwords. And at, like, 1 a.m., goes to, like, the ATM and checks. He has $3 in his bank account.
When they initially went to Chase together, I was really hoping that you were gonna say he robbed the bank in that moment.
Right?
Honestly.
At least. Nope. Turns out he's been borrowing money from many friends around her, even her coworkers. And no one
why the hell
told.
not?
If Karthik asked to borrow money from you, wouldn't you be like, "Hey, Sasha, like, totally happy to do it, whatever." Just so you
Yeah,
so you know,
I'd
Karthik
be
asked.
like, "Hey, Sasha, like, it's really weird if you guys needed money, I would have thought you'd ask
You would
me."
ask. Exactly.
That is
Or
very
if, like,
strange.
Karthik and Josh came up with some business plan, you would still be like, "Oh, isn't this crazy?"
Yeah,
And
I'd be
then
like,
I'd
"Oh,
be
hey,
like,
did you
"Whoa."
know Karthik approached Josh with a business
Yeah.
idea?"
200,000?
I'm too poor for this shit.
I was like, this is a different kind of rich, you know? So then his mom comes to visit America for the first time ever. And again, she's a royal, but she's, like, allegedly draped in an American flag. She's, like, super excited, first time to be here. I said, royals can't act that way. I feel like they get training.
You'd think.
Yeah. And first time in America, again, very just interesting. Then that, like, during his mom's visit, she sees him gambling on the like, phone, and he's, like, gambling on some, like, nonsense. Like, he's watching some, like, random ass sports, which I was talking to Karthik about, and Karthik was saying that, like, no, he's probably gambling on, like, randomest, weirdest out there sports, like, not, like,
He's probably
regular
gambling
shit.
on everything.
Yeah. And he says that, "Hey, I'm just, on this gambling website because I need to watch this sport." Why would you need to watch it on a gambling website? But anyway.
I'm so confused.
Yep. So then crypto husband and crypto wife ask, "Hey, do you care if we hire a private investigator?" And she says, "Of course." Lo and behold, they discover he never went to the Olympics. He's even lying about the house that he was living in and the apartment complex.
What?
Yep. Then finally she, like, confronts him. He obviously denies it. Eventually he comes clean, blah, blah, blah. She's like, "You got to go to Gamblers Anonymous," all this stuff. But here's the thing. They're still going on trips while all of this is happening.
How are you still going on trips with someone when they owe you so much money and have $3 in their account?
Yep. No, and I'm so sorry. It is 34 cents in his bank account. Not
34 cents?
34 cents. Sorry.
Even worse. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And she's like, says, like, "Okay, and I set up a payment plan with crypto, and I told crypto that, hey, we have all these trips already planned. Want to make it clear, like, I don't want you to feel like we're being disrespectful or whatever." But either way, it seems like, he ended up taking accountability. They're all happy again. And now it's like a roller coaster of like wire transfers, wedding planning, because he told her parents that he wants to pay, even though they're hosting the wedding, he wants to help pay for it. He's photoshopping wire transfers. He's like, oh, but you should have got the money already. Chase should be giving this. Eventually, she gives him access to her credit card.
Why?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then, again, he ends up taking X 7,000 something, whatever,
Of
off from
course.
her. Yeah, exactly.
She'll have 34 cents in her bank account soon.
Yup. Then, an ex-girlfriend ends up like contacting her and says like they were in a 7-year relationship when he began romancing Onyeka.
A cheater's on top of it all.
Correct.
Oh,
so then,
Lord.
of course, like she now cries to her sisters. Her sisters like, yeah, he's taken, money twice from me, but he paid her back. But then he still owes her sister $3,000. Why are none of these idiots talking to each other?
Because, okay, I'm assuming that at least some of this relationship where they've gotten married is like on social media and publicly available. He's doing this shit under his real name. So, like, send a hey girly message. What are we doing here?
I would never, if some man that any of my friends were dating was asking me for money, I'd be like, hey, girl, just you good? And
imagine if someone messaged you and was like, hey, when you and Karthik started dating, I had actually been with him for 7 years and he owes me $3,000.
I'm telling you, it's outrageous. Then
I'm dead.
And he's telling all these people, by the way, that he's like buying cars, investing for them, or for him and Onyeka. Hey, I need to get Onyeka a gift. I need to get her this trip. Blah blah blah. And this is how he's getting money from all the people around her. And mind you, they're going to Colombia. They went to like somewhere else for her 30th birthday, or maybe they went to Colombia for her 30th and then went to Costa Rica, something like that. South America twice. And she's like, well, we need to leave the country all the time because of his visa. Go to San Diego, or no, you're in Texas. Drive to Tijuana and come back. You don't need to make it this whole thing.
No, but what visa is he in the States on?
I mean,
like,
I
wouldn't
know
it
that
be a spousal?
Well, it depends, because there are some that like you have to leave the country every 6 months. Jenny from 90 Day, right, does have to come back to America, I think.
But that's like tourism visas, right?
Yeah, so I think it's something like that.
Because I have some relatives who've married Americans, and typically speaking, when you like marry an American, you're going through the process to become American. They're like, you can't leave America, or your like immigration goes back to step one. It'll be really hard to start over again. So it's the math is not mathing. Again, I'm not a woman in STEM, but things are not adding up.
Yeah. It's crazy. Then she ends up like talking to all these people, right? And just he even owes her mom $10,000.
No.
Yep.
No.
And again, there's so much more stuff. Like there's stuff with his sister, who was actually, he's like, oh, she's a horrible person, blah blah blah. Turns out no, his sister is just tired of him, gambling and causing all these family issues. But anyway, so there's more in there, but it's fine. And then fast forward, where now she's like pushing him. They get in a huge fight. Even though, mind you, like I said, she said, okay, and he stops talking to me. And then they're like, yes. Then they're like sad, whatever. Next thing you know, he's packing his shit. And he has divorced her.
That's so embarrassing.
Can you imagine?
I'm sorry. That's so embarrassing.
Yes. So it turns out he ends up leaving her, which means Kirsten and messengers, I don't think she would have ever left him.
I mean, it's total sunk cost, right? At that point.
Yeah.
Literal sunk cost with the money. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. And anyway, so at this point, right, like she's now finally turned on her ex. Hey, Kirsten, do you want to know when this ended?
Tell me.
2025.
3
Like a
years?
few months ago.
Okay, well, bless her heart, you know?
Yeah. So it's crazy. It's nuts that he divorced her.
I'm so
That is what
upset.
really knocked me on my
I
ass
but
when I
but
was like, no,
that's
we have to talk about this.
but that's the thing, right? And whether it's like a scammer or like just someone telling you about like a shitty past partner, whatever, like it's always like they did this, they did this, they did this, they did this, they did this. It's like the worst things you can imagine a human doing to someone else. And it's like, and then they left me. And it's like, they left you? What do you mean?
She like withheld his passport. And so that he wouldn't leave, then try to like go meet him up at the airport, and he like called the Danish like ambassador, whatever authorities to like
She
get
said
him.
you're a hostage now. That's
Yeah,
keeping someone's passport is crazy work. I'm sorry. Like that is
like did this
like,
to you.
because like the whole thing, like this man treated her horribly, scammed her, stole so much money. Like this is horrible. This is awful stuff. But I'm like, girl, your response is to take his passport to hold him hostage so he can't leave you? Stand up. I'm literally begging
I'm
you. This
telling
is
you.
like when they go low, we don't become their captor. That's insane.
No, it's like I'm telling you, it's nuts. Then she ends up calling his family, right, and getting the real tea. And he like owed a bunch of dangerous people. I'm assuming gambling, like
Like,
bookies and stuff,
yeah.
money, and ends up, had fled to China, and then had conned people in China too. And of course, he never owned any property in Denmark, and even like took money from a colleague of his dad that he met once.
Okay. Imagine you have like a shitbag relative who's just
Yeah.
going around sucking. They do like I feel like most people have like one relative where you're just like, I don't know about them. Like I don't know what they're doing over there. Like it may not necessarily be fraud or whatever, but it's like every family has one where like, okay, I don't know what's going on over there.
Yep.
But
And what's crazy
what?
then, like, yeah. And then she's like realizing that, oh, he actually only broke up with his ex months into their relationship. So he was seeing two of them at the same time. And
No, but
he,
who
and he was
cares?
living with his ex for 4 months while they were dating.
It's like to me, I'm like the cheating is like secondary,
I
right? Like
know,
it's like
know.
I'm like actually stop telling me about the cheating because the relationship
That's
was
like
never
nothing.
real.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, that's
it was
true.
all a scam. So who cares that he cheated? I care that you still seem to love him.
Mm-hmm. And now, want to know for like the racism around her?
Oh no.
So he ends up also taking $30,000 from who like Onyeka described as like a mentor to her. And I think they had like 10 business meetings with her ex before loaning him money, and for an apparent like land, whatever investment, doesn't matter. And this is so wild because Onyeka like goes to him and is like, hey, like, why didn't you like let me know, what happened? He goes, Onyeka, you're Nigerian. That's the scamming part of the world. I didn't know you weren't in on it.
I'm
I'm telling
sorry.
you, the story is so rage-inducing.
No, I'm sorry. What?
Like, I hope it's fake.
So she confronts him about scamming. saying, "Why didn't you tell me you were doing this?"
No,
And
she like the mentor. She's like, "Hey, I wish you would have told me like my ex was scamming, like had scammed you."
oh, and the
Yeah, this
mentor
is yes.
and then
Mhm.
the mentor's like, "Oh, I thought you were in on it because you're Nigerian."
Yes.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Okay, even if I thought that
Right.
the person who scammed me spouse was involved in the scam, regardless of any other reason why I would think that, I feel like I would confront them and be like, "What the hell? Why did you and your husband scam me?" And then when they're like, "What do you mean scam?" You could be like, "Oh, okay, well your husband scammed me."
Right.
And I'm sorry, why are you assuming someone's a scammer because they're from Nigeria? That's
I know.
crazy
I know.
talk.
Then the mentor has now also followed a lawsuit against the ex, just FYI. Anyway, so then whatever, now like he does end up coming back trying to get her back, but she's like filed for divorce. And the divorce was finalized on drum roll please, November 4th, 2005. 2025. What is wrong with me?
So they finalized the divorce last month.
A month ago.
And then she decided to make these videos.
Correct. So
Well, you
then
know what? Yeah, God bless her for making all these videos. She needs the creator
she
funds
needs
because she lost all this
money.
money.
Exactly.
I
Whew. And then the Bachelor Nation has now started like commenting on this. Natalie Negrati made a video being like, "Yeah, this is my best friend. She did call me, like blah blah blah, because she like has so many like friends that she names by first name that she confided in, blah blah." But the thing is, all these friends are not great friends. I'm sorry. But then Rachel Lindsay, who
yeah.
went through a divorce, comments on, and this is where like I want to make it clear, neither Kirsten and I are black women, but a lot of the discourse surrounding this has like turned on Yeka, because they were like, and this is what like black women have been saying, so I'm not saying this as like a fact, I just find it
Mhm.
interesting, but as an immigrant I do want to add that like I do think there is truth to that, not because I'm black but because I'm an immigrant, that like whiteness is seen as like the prize, and like being with a white person sometimes for immigrants can definitely be seen as like the end all be all, or like, oh, you finally made it, right? Like American dream type shit.
Mhm.
And because of that, you might let go or be a little more loose with, expectations. So a lot of like that conversation has come up around it. And again, I can't speak on it about race, but I can definitely speak, I feel like, as an immigrant, very true, those feelings. So I wonder if that was clouding parts of it, because like the way like all her videos, like this account that she posted it on was a couple's account. Like they would both,
They had a
yeah,
couples like see, hey,
mhm.
yeah, and again, like obviously, like I'm entering this conversation. A, as a white
Yeah.
woman. B, I didn't watch the full series. I don't have all the information. So like, please, 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 let me know if I'm approaching this wrong. But it's like someone is coming in. They're saying they're making you believe they're royal. They're making you believe that they come from this like very prestigious background. They they lay the trap, right? Like, it's not like he immediately came
Yes.
in and was like, "Oh, I emptied her bank account," right? Like, it's just like any
Exactly.
sort of abuse where it starts, like, small and then turns into a thing. So it's like, it's all well and good for me to be sitting here like, "I'm pissed off, I'm stressed out, this is crazy, why is this happening?" But it's like, eh, you can once someone has made you trust them, it takes a lot to actually break that trust, right? So,
Yep.
like, it's not her fault, it's his
Yeah.
fault. Like, at the end of the day, he's the
Yep.
criminal, and he's the
100%.
one who's the scammer and the liar. So, oh my god.
Yeah. So it again, like I want to make like I personally don't know that I called them all stupid, but because I just feel like they should have all communicated. But outside of that, like at the end of the day, when you're being love bombed, when
Mhm.
you're stuck, like it is what it is. And I, at the end of the day, will always have empathy, unfortunately, for people that like get scammed. It's sad because I think these scammers like take advantage of a vulnerable part of you that maybe
Mhm.
just really wanted to be loved, maybe really wanted to be with like an attractive man, right? Like
Yeah.
whatever that may be. So it's just they find some hole and then they fill it. And it's terrible and it's shitty, but it's psychology. So it's just there, and there's a really interesting creator. I did screenshot it for this, who like I believe has a really nuanced take on this. And I like was talking with my friend who is not Nigerian, but is an Ethiopian immigrant as well. So like we, or her family is, sorry. So we just had like a really interesting conversation about it. But Charlene Obudi is her thing, and she like talks, she like presents a lot of, I feel like, nuance around this. So if like if you see this kind of conversations about like race, because and the reason I'm bringing it up is because Rachel Lindsay, right, famous bachelorette,
Mhm.
brought it up on her podcast, I believe, and was like, "Oh, you see whiteness as the prize, and like you're, like talked about all of that, and kind of made fun of her and like how, blah blah blah," which I think, again, I think there could be like kernels of truth. Like I said, for an immigrant, I think there definitely is. For me, like in my culture and my, whatever,
Mhm.
like wannabe American dream, whatever you want to say. But Natalie ends up like commenting, Natalie Negrotti, and saying,
Okay.
coming from a woman, an attorney who didn't have a prenup, fully supported her husband. She's talking to Rachel,
Mhm.
financially, paid $500,000 divorce settlement, and is still paying $13,000 a month in alimony. It's disappointing to hear you tear a woman down. Maybe some self-reflection is needed. It sounds a lot like projection.
I yeah, I think the disappointing part is you can see, okay, maybe it's like someone is seeing whiteness as a prize and proximity to whiteness as a
Mm-hmm.
prize in a white supremacist society, right? But to then not take it to the next level of nuance of like, it's not anybody's fault if they are, kind of seeing that as a prize or seeing that as like something to
Mm-hmm.
aspire to, because it's like one of those structural society things. So it's like you're taking a structural issue and you're projecting it as an individual choice, right? And that's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah,
And Natalie Negrotti's so messy. Not
that's
airing out the
crazy.
divorce settlement.
Yeah, and then and Rachel goes, Rachel like spoke about like, hey, here's why I brought it up. It's something like this is
Mhm.
a nuanced conversation, which you and I have been saying that, Natalie, you need to be educated on. I'm not tearing her down. Her ex did that to her. I'm just pointing out a theme that exists within her story. And again, I have definitely seen a lot of like Black women creators like talk about this,
Mhm.
and a lot of like Nigerian women, or yeah, Nigerian and immigrant Black women like also bring up like similar ish themes. But like I said, that TikTok, that Dr. Charlene, like definitely look that up. It feels more nuanced. Like it kind of shows both sides
Yeah.
of this communal issue. But then Rachel goes, "Oh, that's your friend. LOL." Then goes, "You're grasping at straws to compare the two. I paid a settlement to my ex. Legal issue. He's entitled under law. I didn't support him. I just owned the house and everything in it. So I didn't want to sell the house. So I had to pay him, blah, blah, blah." But this
I
man is a straight up criminal.
I I know it's totally
I
unrelated. I thought
know.
I thought that the man Rachel ended up with from being Bachelorette was a doctor.
I remember being like hearing that he had money, but then when their divorce happened, it was like weird. And people are like,
Okay.
"Oh, she's supporting him." So yes, I don't think you're wrong. I remember hearing that there was money and like that he had his
Well, and
own
it's like
success.
she's a lawyer and is like so
Mhm.
famous from being like from
Exactly.
being the Bachelorette and like having all this stuff. So
And the
it's like
first Black bachelorette.
it's
So,
so crazy that that
yeah.
was the first
I'm
Black
pretty, yeah,
Bachelorette.
right? Yes.
She is. No, she is
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
100%.
wait, am I for, yeah. So then Onyeka comments, bet she'll delete this comment too. And then Rachel was like, I don't delete comments. So it's just like been very interesting, like how things have just come out. Like we are not like equipped to talk about this, and we will not. It's just I wanted to bring up like a really interesting backlash, which I feel like doesn't come up a lot in like other, like in the Tinder swindler moment, right? Or whatever. Like, so I thought it was an interesting, like, unfortunate reality that can happen.
That whole story is so crazy. I don't even know what the craziest part is if I was going to do a summary of it.
That's what I'm saying.
I will admit, listen, keeping the passport was really wrong. I can't. That is going to be living rent free in my brain. Like that's
compared to
like that's literally like everything he did is evil and wrong, and he's a criminal and horrible. I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about keeping the passport, and I'm wrong for that.
And I know
but that part's
others,
living in my brain.
It's funny. Like maybe you should see the end. I don't know which part where she like. There's a few things I think she did to try, unfortunately, to get him to stay.
And again, that's just evidence of how evil he is, that it drove her to that point. Because once again, we support women's rights and women's wrongs on this podcast. So it's not like, it's just what, like, how do you drive someone to that level of insanity? That's what I want to know.
Exactly. And apparently other women have now come out saying, hey, he's starting a new scam. He's like in Mexico right now scamming people. Yeah.
We've got to
But I had to remove myself from the situation.
That new Netflix show where the woman from the Tinder swindler was helping people catch their scammers. We got to get LoveCon on the case. LoveCon season 2. Danish Deception.
I'm sure she wants a deal, obviously. Like, she's not.
She needs money. Who could blame her?
Listen, give my girl, run her check.
Honestly, write the book. Write the book and adapt it to film.
I know. Isn't Risa Tisa getting that? But this is why I said Risa Tisa is different, because with Risa Tisa, it feels like she was trying to investigate. It just kind of, it just wasn't like.
Can you remind me? The Risa Tisa, he left her in that situation too, right?
Did he? I can't remember.
I feel like there's just all these stories of horrible men, and then they are just like, goodbye, on to the next.
Yeah, I just remember because it was the problem with Risa Tisa's story was that like she was trying to figure it out, and all these, it was like a web.
Yeah.
Versus I think with this is just like, oh my word.
Yeah, if any one person involved had like pulled one thread on this one, the whole thing would have fallen apart. Like it just wasn't as prepared. But then
she kicked him out.
He
her house. He attempted to return to the house 2 months later, prompting Risa to call police on him.
Okay. I was wrong. I remember.
Yeah, I was like, I think,
In this situation, though, it feels like rather than actually setting up an elaborate web that could stand up to scrutiny, he just goes all in on the emotional manipulations that they won't even think to pull at the threads. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think that felt like, to me, the difference.
Wow. Okay, well, that's the Danish Deception. Damn.
Yeah, I know. It took up, oh my gosh, so much time. I didn't realize. Sorry, y'all.
That's okay. I mean,
and
that literally that could literally be the episode.
I know. Maybe it is.
Because here's the thing. We've got like 2 quick bites, but like they're not urgent. They could wait.
No.
And then
we'll definitely talk about them, but we can talk about them next week.
Yeah. Then for anonymous, I was thinking, just because again, we are not getting the anonymous submissions that we're asking. Like I feel I need to put my foot down. We need to put our feet down.
Yes.
And we need to say, messengers, you're literally grounded from anonymous until we get some good freaking mess. You're grounded. Like,
oh my God.
We need mess. tinyurl.com/mess magnets. The holidays are literally coming. You just had Thanksgiving. You should have drama and mess.
If you sent it to Rob and Akiva, send it again.
You think Rob and Akiva care about the mess that you send them? They get so many submissions, it doesn't even mean anything to them. We are desperate and begging. It means so much to us.
Oh my gosh.
I'm begging. tinyurl.com/messmagnets. Please submit the mess. We do not want to become a Reddit thread podcast, but we will if we
No.
have to. Please, please, please send the mess. Because, you know, we appealed for mess
Yes.
last time. We got one, Sasha. One.
Please
We
wake it
did
up.
get some good suggestions of stories to cover, which, like,
Oh,
stay
fair.
tuned. I'll do
Yes.
some research on that because there are
Mhm.
some good ones that I've seen that I think would be really interesting for
Yeah.
our regular episodes. But we literally send us the gossip. And here's the thing, okay? I will say if we can receive 10
Ooh.
anonymouses, not my AirPod falling right out of my ear. If we can receive 10 anonymouses, okay?
Yes.
I will personally share drama from my life on this podcast, not anonymized. I will share a story, and it's a good story.
Okay,
Sasha
I'm
and I spent an
ready.
hour talking about it before our last podcast.
Oh, that one, yes. It
It's a
is
good
good.
one.
It's
I will
good.
share it personally. If we get 10 anonymous, I will share my personal mess next
Yeah,
week.
I like it. We can do an Oops All Anonymous too.
We want to, but we
Yeah.
can't because we're not getting it submitted.
Exactly. Have we hit our
Anyways,
wall? Gasp.
that's how it
Methinks
is.
not.
Okay, that's how I feel. I've threatened you and I've made you
And
a
bet.
promise.
Yes,
So
I
decide,
like
do you
this.
like the carrot or the stick? But either way, send us the mess.
It's a good mess, I promise. We're not like you're like I think it's really fun. Like
It's
as
to
in
the point
thank God
where
it didn't happen to me.
I was considering writing it down as if I was an anonymous submitter as an anonymous because, like, this is a good one. But
Yeah.
I'm willing to just share it publicly.
I like it.
So, anyways, that's
Oh my god.
I guess that's our episode for today. I've had a mental breakdown.
Oh man. Help us out, please. Please and thank you.
God bless. I don't know. Anyways, Sasha,
Oh
what
my
else are
God.
you working on right now?
That's it. Listen, this is my life. So help me out with my life, everyone. What about you, Kirsten?
No, but literally same. Like,
Oh my God.
listen, we're not doing good. This is all we've got. Of course, follow us on social media. Sasha's at
Yes.
funsize_04. I'm at Kirsten
Yeah,
said
I'll be
what.
around.
Once again, we are releasing this early and ad free to our patrons. We love
Yes.
you, patrons. And please send your mass again. I'm literally begging you.
We needs it. Thank
Okay.
you.
And that's it for this week. We'll be back again next week, hopefully with a more traditional
Yes.
Mess Magnets episode. We'll also be talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 2 on Patreon soon. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.